without further ado, let's kick this bad boy off and go to the magic of Zoom and say hello to Pretty Ricky, who has his TUF trophy right next to him there on his right. Hello, sir. How are you?
Yo, what's up, Ariel? Hey, I'm chilling over here, you know what I'm saying? Just hanging out, chopping it up with you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I want to go ahead and go on the record real quick, too. Hey, when people be calling me Pretty Ricky, I appreciate them for that. You know, that's one of my OG nicknames since the beginning of time. But I made the request to the UFC to announce me as Ricky Hadouken Turcios, the fighter name, you know what I mean? It ain't your fault, bro. I tried to make the request. They called me Pretty Ricky on fight night. Hey, it was all good. It was a great memory I'll hold on to forever, you know, but I'll go on the record now on your show today, you know what I mean? Hey, for the people to know, let me be known as Ricky Hadouken Turcios. You know?
Okay, noted. I will never call you Pretty Ricky ever again. Tell us why the name change, why the nickname change.
No, hey, look, you can still call me Pretty Ricky. That's cool. It's all good, you know what I mean? But I always have the two nicknames. People call me Pretty Ricky. They call me Ricky Hadouken as well, you know, and I always preferred Ricky Hadouken inside the octagon and inside the ring as well, just because of the fact that, you know, like Pretty Ricky, that's like, oh, it's the fun name, you know what I mean? People think, oh yeah, you cool guy, whatever, dude, you know what I'm saying? But inside the octagon, though, and in the ring, we're fighting, we're doing the blows. It's the blood and guts battle. And I always try to summon that dragon energy inside the fight. So that's for sure why I always chose the true warrior name, Ricky Hadouken, like that. You know what I mean?
I love it. And it makes total sense. You won the trophy that's right next to you over there on Saturday. So what was that, like 4 or 5 days ago? What has the last 4 or 5 days been like for you?
What's the last days, couple of days been like? Man, it's been very cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful I got the win on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's a dream come true, bro. You feel me? So like the last couple of days, I just been relaxing. Man, I'm sore. I'm super sore. I'm still sore right now. My neck, my back. I'm like, oh man, we did a lot of grappling. You know what I'm saying? And I just been hanging out with my family. You know what I mean? Just chilling. Really just kicking back. Went back to the gym, you know what I'm saying? Just teaching my classes and stuff like that. All the kids in kids class, they were all just super excited, man. And it really warms my heart to be able to inspire my students, you know what I'm saying? Not just the students in my small circle within in the gym, you know what I'm saying? But as well too, to be inspiring you know, the young ones throughout the world, you know what I'm saying, on the platform I was able to express myself on, you know what I mean? So it's a dream come true for sure, brother.
And congrats, by the way, on also getting your black belt on Saturday night. Did you know that was coming?
You know, I had no idea it was coming. I kind of had like some feelings that inspired me. The reason why is because, I mean, when I had returned from the first 2 rounds, the isolation portion, I had been promoted to my 4th stripe on my brown belt. So the next thing that was coming was my black belt. So, I mean, I just kept training hard and kept sharpening my tools, sharpening my sword, you know what I'm saying? And I knew that I'd eventually be getting promoted to black belt one of these days. And I figured that, hey, like I knew as I was going into this final fight, I remember things that would inspire me. I'd be like, hey, man, I got to win this fight. If Moreno promotes me, that'd be cool if he promoted me. I don't know if he was, if he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was a surprise. But for sure, in the back of my head, I was like, man, I got to win this fight. And if he were to do that, that would be an incredible memory. And that is what happened. You know what I mean? So I was so thankful to have been promoted inside the octagon to the rank of black belt, you know? And you know what they say? When you're a black belt, it is only the beginning. So, you know what I'm saying? It's incredible. I'm on the journey for sure.
I love it. What a great honor to get that right after you know, you win that trophy. I have to say the fight was fun. It was entertaining. You are entertaining. The post-fight interview, the promo, if you will, was fantastic. I love your energy. I love your vibe. I love your message. Why did you feel you were talking to everyone about being one and coming together and peace and love? Why did you feel the need to do that in that moment?
Great question. Well, you know, it was going to be my first time on the camera like this. You know what I mean? It's the first time for everything. You know what I mean? So like, the whole experience on The Ultimate Fighter and everything like that has been a very humbling experience. You know, I'm doing what I love, you know what I'm saying? Doing martial arts at the highest level. And, you know, it gives me the platform to express myself with my art form, with the punching and the kicking and the grappling. But the whole reality show aspect was incredible too, being able to, they really dive deep into you as a person too, being able to, you know what I mean? We're like talking on the reality show all the time and everything like that. It really creates a story, you know what I mean? As I got on the post-fight interview, I definitely just wanted to make sure that whenever the camera was put on me in the victory. I had a couple of notes that I had written down in my journal and things of this nature. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, you get on the mic, maybe do your best to say something positive for the people. You know what I mean? So I did my best to deliver a good short message to something from the heart. You know what I mean? And things like, hey, you got somebody you love, make sure you give them a hug. You know what I'm saying? You feel me on that? And then, the message for oneness and unity and everything like that, and for the peace, for the people, because there could be times things could be crazy, you know what I mean? But hey, like sports, they bring people together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves sports. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your favorite sports may be, whether it's golf or baseball, football, basketball, mixed martial arts, whatever. And it was live on ESPN with the millions of people watching all around the world. So I figured it'd be a good opportunity to deliver a positive message through sports like this. You know what I'm saying? Deliver a message to the children. You know what I mean? In that, and then as well, deliver just some good to the people too watching around the planet. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. We need more people like you, not only in MMA, but in the world. You are an inspiration in the way that you conduct yourself and the messages that you try to put out. And then if that wasn't enough, then you get to the post-fight press conference and you start doing some karaoke for all of us. This was tremendous stuff. What was the song that you were singing? I forget now.
I had sung Free Bird by Leonard Skinner.
Yes. What prompted you to do that? It was amazing.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. What prompted me to do that? Hey, it was a very unique night. You only fight on the Ultimate Fighter finale once in your life. You know what I mean? Inshallah, I figure I see the long UFC career ahead of me with many UFC fights to come. But there's a first time for everything. You only fight in the Ultimate Fighter finale one time. I knew it was going to be a historic night for me and all the fighters involved like this, and to have won the tournament. It was history in the making like this, put me on alongside. I'm so humbled and I'm very thankful to be alongside, many other great champions like Tony Ferguson, Diego Sanchez, Forrest Griffin, Michael Bisping, Nate Diaz. The list goes on, the great fighters that have won this tournament like this, you know what I mean? And it was history in the making like that. And I was like, all right, first time for everything. And so I practice that too. I do karaoke all the time, me and my family. And that's one of my good ones off the list, you know what I mean? So I figured, hey, nobody's done that neither before, you know what I mean? So I was like, and I'm having fun, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in there having fun in the octagon, and it's so much blood and guts, so much like just, we in here destroying each other inside the octagon, you know what I mean? So then I got to bring balance. Then I got to bring it back. Yes. I go to the press conference. I'm like, let me do something fun too. You know what I'm saying? More history in the making like this. Never been done. Let's go.
By the way, are you Muslim?
What's up? All right, great. Listen, bro.
You said inshallah.
Right here.
You said inshallah, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I say inshallah, Lord willing, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Primero, adios, you know what I mean? I would not be here without God, And I tell you like this on the show too, many of my family members, many of my closest friends are Muslim, you know what I mean? Since we were young boys, they've always been some of the most powerful influences on me in my entire life. You know what I mean? Shout out to one of my bestest friends, Kayed Al Salim. Shout out to one of my bestest friends, Faris Al Salim. My boy Omar, you know what I'm saying? My boy Saad. And we've been bestest friends since we were young boys. And I can always remember since we were young boys, whatever we did, you know what I mean? But chasing the dream since I was a young kid, they always told me, man, you know what I mean? Hey, no matter what, Rick, always remember, inshallah, bro. You feel me on that? And then my grandmother always tells me the same thing as well. You know what I mean? Hey, primero a Dios, God first. You know what I mean? So I was always, deep in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I always keep myself very close to the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I say. Yes, sir.
Amazing, man. Amazing. By the way, what was that little thing that you were holding? It was like when you were doing the karaoke, it was that little machine that you were holding there with the lights. What was that? Was it telling you the words?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So I had I literally just got it on the Saturday before I left. I just got in that microphone on Saturday. Then I was doing the practice run on Sunday is when I had the idea like, hey, you know what? I think I might sing a song at the press conference. If I win the championship, then I'll do a song at the press conference. That'll be fun. So yeah, it was just a microphone. And then the microphone has the boombox speaker with the lights on it. You know what I'm saying? And then I connected, then I had my cell phone on me that had the lyrics, you know what I mean? So I was looking at the karaoke on my cell phone and I connected it to the Bluetooth. So the Bluetooth on the speaker, was playing the instrumentals. Then I was looking at my lyrics on my cell phone, and then I was just singing into the light up karaoke mic with the boombox. So
Amazing.
It was a good setup.
Amazing. I love it. It was very unique, very memorable. Did you grow up watching The Ultimate Fighter? Like, was it because, The Ultimate Fighter went away for a little bit? Was it a little surreal for you initially to be a part of this? And now, perhaps, is it surreal to be, with that trophy that, as you said, has been held by many great fighters over the years?
Yeah, it was incredible. I never ever imagined I would compete in the tournament. If you would have asked me, I would never have expected this. You know what I mean? Sometimes life throws you in unexpected directions, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know where it's going to take you. So it's incredible how the journey has been like this. I remember I was like a little kid. I must have been like maybe 10, 11 years old. And I was watching season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter. Me and my mom, my dad, my little brother Ryu, we were watching it in our little apartment, you know what I'm saying? And I'd always been a UFC fan. I'd watched UFC since I was a little kid. So I was already watching UFC. I remember seeing when Ken Shamrock and Tito Ortiz, they had their rivalry, all of Chuck's fights, you know what I mean? So old school Robbie Lawler versus Diaz, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been watching since I was a kid. And I remember my pops goes, hey, there's going to be a reality show for the UFC. I read about it in the internet or whatever. They're going to do this reality show and stuff. I was like, oh, reality TV? That's kind of cool. And then, so I watched it as a young boy since I was a little kid, watched the first season. I was really inspired by, many of the fighters on there. And then it's a dream come true, bro, to not only have been able to compete on the show, but obviously for the result to have gone the way it did. I just thank God, bro. It was incredible for sure.
Amazing. What about being in the house and being away from people and sort of cut off from reality? What was that like for you mentally?
Yeah, for me mentally, that one was the toughest part was the cut off from society and the isolation. So that was a very unique experience in itself. And then that's something that for sure. Like, because that experience is so unique and wild, I'm glad it happened. It was tough when you're doing it, whenever you got those pressures, they create diamonds, you know what I mean? So it's all good. And that's a thing that I will take with me forever. One of the things, if I share real quick, like something that I did enjoy about the isolation, but again, it was tough, was you learn about yourself. You have that alone time. You're not in there with any distractions of, I got to go to Walmart, got to go to the grocery store, or I got to go walk my dog, or I got to go over here to do this appointment for this or that, or I got to go to work and teach these classes and do this thing for this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, all I had to do was focus on, one thing and one thing only, and it was the martial arts. That's it. All I had to focus on, and a lot of meditating and just diving deep into my thoughts, writing into my journals, things of this nature. Like, what am I really about? So that alone time and that you time, it was great in isolation, but then too, like, that's important for life too. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that I really enjoyed about that. You know what I mean? So helped me forever.
What did you learn about yourself?
Man, what did I learn about myself, man? Let me think real quick. I got my journal right here too.
Oh, I love it.
I want to. Yeah. Would you like to see a couple of things?
Sure, man. I would love it if you want to share.
Yeah, I guess I'll share a couple of things real quick as I'm looking right here. You know what I'm saying? But man, some of the things that I learned was like, okay, real quick, on a physical standpoint, you know what I'm saying? How much my body could really endure. You know what I'm saying? Like, the coaches that pushed us to the limit. Then as well, we're pushed to the limit too in this world championship regiment designed by the Volkanovski squad. Shout out to them, because they were really showing us how to train like some world champion caliber fighters. Now you mix that in with, I had to fight the first fight. And then I know 14 days later, I'm going back into the fight again. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh man. And then I would just like wake up and I had the pain in my elbow and my thigh. And then we still got to go to this hard practice. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, holy moly. I was like, man, this is pain. I live in this pain, but hey, it's all good, man. One of the real ones who said it, Max Holloway, he an inspiration. One time he describes it as Crazy Town. That sounds like I'm Joe Rogan podcast talking about Crazy Town or something. It's like, oh yeah, I feel like we packing our tickets to Crazy Town right now, bro. You got to be in this state of mind right now, dude. You know what I'm saying? And oh my goodness, it was a very very surreal feeling for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like my goodness.
What was it like? You were back at the Apex because you were part of the Contender Series and you lost. And now you get the second chance and now you win. Did you feel when you lost on the Contender Series that your dreams were over, or did you believe that you'd be back in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah. You know, in that moment, it was so painful. One of the most painful I had to go through like that. It was more emotional pain more than anything. You know what I mean? So it's invisible, I guess, because it's all good. You know what I mean? Things could be worse. You know what I mean? You live to fight another day. You know what I mean? It's all good, bro. You lose, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day with these right here. So, you know, I always had faith in myself, but for sure I had to stay tough. It was all mental fortitude for sure, bro, because like from losing on the Contenders, you know what I'm saying? And then like through the ups and the downs I got, then I remember there's a gray area in my career where like somewhere in that neighborhood, I popped my kneecaps as well. You know what I mean? I popped like my left kneecap, then I popped my right kneecap too. I was like, oh man, you know what I mean? So then like, and you know, those take forever to heal, you know what I'm saying? And then like people were asking me, yo, Rick, when you coming back? What's going on, Rick? You know what I mean? Some of my friends even confessed to me later. They didn't tell me at the moment, but they confessed to me later, like, yo, Rick, I thought you retired, bro. You know what I mean? They didn't tell me that at the moment, but later they told me, they're like, bro, yeah, we didn't know what happened, bro, because it was almost like a year and a half, almost 2 years that I was on the shelf, you know, and I was still training. I was still teaching. I was still involved in the martial arts, but I was just training. I was just training in the underground, you know what I mean? Just training, doing my thing, but no fights are popping off, nothing's popping off. So that was the biggest thing that I had to deal with was like that type of like, you know, little type of bump like that. But it was all good, bro. Like I kept faith. I never lost faith in myself. You know what I mean? I always had faith that I was gonna make it happen and keep going. You know what I mean? Eventually I got another fight, got another win, you know. Then I got that call for the Ultimate Fighter like this, man. And I was just like, man, it's incredible, bro. If you would have told me, you know, in 2017 when I lost on Contenders if you would have told me from the future that I'd later become Ultimate Fighter champion, I would be like, man, that's so far-fetched. That's insane, bro. But you could have wrote a better story. So I'm just, I'm so thankful, bro, for sure.
I love it. There's a member of our team here at MMA Fighting. His name is Jose Youngs. He's a huge anime fan, and he has instructed me to ask you some anime questions. Now, I have to be honest with you, Ricky. I know nothing about anime. Nothing at all. I think I know Pokemon. Is Pokemon considered anime?
Yes. This is anime.
Okay. All right. My kids watch that sometimes, but that's it. So what are your favorites? What should people be watching right now based on or reading? Based on what you're reading as well?
Great question. Well, I mean, I guess, like I said, number one for me is the Dragon Ball Z series. I'm such a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. And then if you're talking about the reading, the manga right now, that's at its high time peak right now. Vegeta just got, you know what I mean, his ultra destruction mode, you know what I mean? So new transformations, that's always cool, you know what I mean? So number one for me was always DBZ, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up watching many different animes. We all know what's up when Toonami was big when we were youngins, you know what I mean? For all the otakus, you know what I mean? So like all them great ones that were on Toonami, like Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, you know what I'm saying? But then as well, like some of the new age stuff, you know, we know the new age shonens, you know what I'm saying? Like the Hero Academias, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we got some Attack on Titan fans, I'm sure, in the house. You know what I'm saying? That Jujutsu Kaisen, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm a big fan. We're watching a lot of them.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like I've never heard of any of those.
It's all good. That's all. I'll go on all day, but I just keep it going.
Right over my head there. Holy smokes! Do you collect the cards too?
No, I don't be doing I don't have any collectibles like that. No, sir.
Man. All right. Well, so when you were in the house, could you read comics and stuff like that, or did they only like you're not allowed to even do that as well?
Yes, no, we didn't. We weren't allowed to bring any.
That's
we
whack,
weren't allowed
man.
to bring anything like that. No, no comics and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
That's whack.
we just.
Do you think it's unfair?
Yeah. Hey,
Like,
bro.
come on, can we get like a comic? I mean, I understand they don't want you on your phone and stuff like that, but it seems a little bit extreme, no?
Yeah, bro. Like, hey, they really wanted us to be in there like some caged wolves, bro, in the jungle, man.
Yeah.
So it was a madhouse.
Yeah, okay, so you said you're a little bit banged up. Obviously, you've been very active the last few months. Do you think you'll fight again this year? Or do you think you'll take the rest of the year off?
Great question. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll leave it up for the mystery, I guess, right now on the Ariel Helwani show.
It sounds like you got something already, Ricky.
What's up? No, I don't got anything like. Nah, bro, the fight was on Saturday.
I know.
No, I don't got nothing lined up yet. But
right.
I always feel it when I feel the bloodlust pumping deep in my heart. Though I be like, oh, it's hard to resist, So, but right now I just focus on the healing process at the moment. For sure.
I got you. Do you do spiritual things to heal? Are you that kind of guy, or do you just let the body heal and that's it?
Great question. No, for sure. Like even some of the smallest things, right? If you ask me on some spiritual note, it's like one thing that I do enjoy whenever you're doing your meditation practices, but then not just the meditation practices, but then you practicing it as well with the deep breathing, shout out to Wim Hof, you know what I mean? And the Wim Hof method, you know what I mean? So all those different types of meditative states we're doing, the breathing techniques, that's helping with that blood flow and that circulation, right? You practice it too when we're doing cold therapy, hot therapy, you know what I mean? Those are different meditative states you go into too whenever you're in that physical form as well, though. Like you go and hop in with some hot stuff, you know what I'm saying? Then after you do the hot, go jump into that ice cold ice bath right here in the tub, you know what I'm saying? After you do that, go back into the heat, meditate in there, you know what I mean? So those are good little techniques if I could share two right now on the camera that for sure I believe help with the healing process.
Two last quick things. What's your connection to Uriah Faber and Team Alpha Male? Because I know you live in Houston, train in Houston. You're an instructor there as well, but you've also been to the gym in Sacramento. So do you go there too to train?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The Team Alpha Male squad, that's my home away from home. You know what I mean? Like Sacramento, that literally became my home back in 2015 is when I moved and packed my bags and moved away to California. You know what I'm saying? California dreaming, baby. And I was 22 at the time. That was my first time away from home, So I've been living out there I lived out there for 6 years living in Cali. You know what I mean? I would literally be living out there. I'd come back home for a fight. You know what I'm saying? I'd come back home for a month for a birthday, maybe. I'd come back home for a month for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. So from 2015 all the way to 2020, 2021, like that, yeah, man, I was literally living in Cali. You know what I mean? I couldn't have done it without the Team Alpha Male squad. You know what I mean? So they are a huge, piece of my whole development as a mixed martial artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great part of my story. Not just also in my story of learning my martial arts techniques, because I was only 4 fights deep. I was 4-0 when I had went to Sacramento to train with the Team Alpha Male squad. You know what I mean? But not just in my development as a fighter, but more so too just my development as a person. You know what I mean? Because while I was living out there, that's my first time being on my own. I was busting the tables. I was, working at the vitamin store. You know what I mean? Before I eventually, though, like around my second year, started teaching classes there too. You know what I mean? So for the longest time, I was running the kids program over there. Me and all the boys over there, you know what I mean? We're running it with running the kids class and teaching the kids there too. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of my last. Those are like the later years over there on the squad, And so shout out to everybody on the team because I couldn't have done it without them. You know what I mean? So that's why I always represent Gracie Ball, the Woodlands, and Team Alpha Male as well. You know what I'm saying? It's incredible.
Any lyrics, anything you want to leave us with before we say goodbye? Any karaoke, Ricky?
Oh my God. I couldn't do the karaoke right now. I see you though, baby. I know. I see you, Ariel.
Okay, next time. Promise next time you'll hook us up with something?
Look, hey. Next time, I'll hook y'all up. That way I'll have something rehearsed. Okay. I'll have done my warm-ups and everything, and I'll be able to I'll do something online. You know what I'm saying?
All right, fair enough. You've given us enough, so I appreciate it very much. Congratulations, my friend. Keep being you. Don't change. You don't need to hear it from me, but I love how unique you are, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on this journey in the UFC now. Congratulations.
Hey, I really appreciate it, Ariel. Thank you, brother. You have a good day, my friend.
You too. Take care, bud. There he is. Ricky Hadouken. Don't call him Pretty Ricky anymore, all right? No more Pretty Ricky. Ricky Hadouken Turcios.